Okay, we good here?
Good morning, Chris.
Morning.
There's another one behind the
Oh, is there?
behind the monitor. There's one. Okay, just about ready to start. Yep. Okay, ready? Good morning. Welcome to Retirement Board meeting for July 19th, 2023. Call the meeting to order. There is no one signed up for public comment. We will look at item 3, acceptance of the minutes from the June 21st, 2023 Retirement Board meeting. Are there any questions or comments? If not, is there a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Secretary's report for June, Ms. Van Blunk.
Yes, good morning, thank you. Attached to your board packet is the Bucks County Employees Retirement System transactions for the month of June 2023. The total amount of contributions received from members in June of 2023 was $1,449.13. The total amount of member contributions refunded in June of 2023 was $433,920, representing 39 former county employees. The total amount of monthly pension benefits issued in June of 2023 was $4,572,271, representing 1,873 retirees. The following people retired in June of 2023. Dante Ambolino Jr. from Maine Courts with a length of service of 20 years, 0 months, and 2 days. Donna Ogunas from Neshaminy Manor with a length of service of 35 years, 5 months, and 11 days. Jacqueline DiBattista from Domestic Relations with a length of service of 13 years, 7 months, and 11 days. Patricia Clone from Maine Courts with a length of service of 19 years, 10 months, 6 days. Cynthia Kohler from the Health Department with a length of service of 23 years, 1 month, and 27 days. Joyce Lucas from Mental Health Department with a length of service of 23 years, 9 months, 16 days. Dawn Mishner from ERP with a length of service of 40 years, 11 months, and 29 days. Elizabeth Rex from the Controller's Office with a length of service of 12 years, 2 months, 6 days. Jane Shunk from Human Resources Department with a length of service of 2 years, 7 months, and 23 days. Jane Sorth from Maine Courts with a length of service from 4 years, 1 month, and 26 days. And Robert Weinert from the Maine Jail with a length of service of 16 years, 10 months, and 19 days. The total amount of death benefit payments issued in June of 2023 was $123,101, representing 4 deceased retirees. And also attached to your board packet is the Bucks County Employees Retirement Fund Investment Accounts Reconciliation for the month ended June 30th, 2023, with a market value of $932,546,195.42, which represents a market performance for the year of plus 7.4%, and an increase for the market performance increase for the month of 2.56%. As of yesterday's close, the market value of the fund was $944,209,598. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to. Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to clarify the total amount of contributions.
Okay.
Clarify, the total amount of contributions received in June was $1,449,134.
Thank you. Typo. Appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions regarding the Secretary's report? If not, is there a motion to accept as presented?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. Next item is a request to purchase leave of absence time for Jessica P. Quinn. Ms. Van Blunk?
Ms. Quinn is requesting to purchase her leave of absence from June 25th, 2020 through December 11th, 2020 at a total cost of $3,872.27. If approved, she plans to complete her purchase through additional retirement contributions of $78 each pay until the total cost of $3,872.27 is recovered. I'll move to approve her request.
Second.
Okay, any comments or questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay. All right, next item on the agenda is review investment allocation for Mount Lucas. Members of the retirement board have had some information shared with them over the past, a couple different occasions over the past few months regarding a Bucks County-based firm called Mount Lucas Management, which has been in existence now since the mid-1980s. They present, a different kind of marketing or strategy, rather, for investing, and have seen a pretty remarkable success with what they do. We did ask our advisors, PFM, for their input and their review. They also, as I think Mr. Spagnuolo said, kicked the tires on Mount Lucas over the past few months. And, their recommendation, which I'll read here, Mount Lucas Management's a pioneer in systematic trend-following strategies and has built a successful managed futures track record during its nearly 4 decades-long history. He recommends, supports a $10 million allocation to Mount Lucas's Management's managed future strategies in line with the county's investment goals. And he points out this would actually move us into a better situation in terms of diversification. And so that's something else that I think we've talked about with them, is looking to making sure that we're adequately diversified. Something anybody who does investments knows you should always make sure you're diversified and keep up on those diversifications. Up to a $10 million allocation would be a little less, slightly more than 10% of what our investments are here. And this is a company that has seen, as you heard, a lot of success, and supporting a Bucks County company, of course, makes some sense in our opinions as well. Comments or questions regarding this recommendation of PFM?
I would just like to add a comment that up to $10 million is, I believe, slightly more than 1% of the total.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're right. I said right.
We all need a second cup of coffee today.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I also wanted to just add in here that the reason, I agree, and we want to make clear that diversification is the key, that we had nothing like this in the portfolio. And what was attractive, and I'll speak for myself, was this is a strategy in managed futures where they're monitoring global commodities. And that is a different approach in the investing world. So I am all for that. And I think that's a very forward-thinking add to our portfolio.
Okay. Anything else in the comments? If not, is there a motion then to authorize PFM to make investments up to $10 million in Mount Lucas Management?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Other matters to come before the board?
Yes. Have we heard from Corn Ferry about the ARC allocation for this year?
We have an initial estimate from Corn Ferry for the ARC for this year. We're waiting for the final. We should have it at any day now, the same time as the statements come in for the employees.
Have they given you the estimate? Or they said they're working on
The initial estimate that we
it?
had gotten, I think, was somewhere around $10 million.
So less than last year, right? Last year's was 11 million, if I
I think it came
recall?
in right around the same as last year.
Okay,
But I will pull that information out for you.
okay. I will get with finance then and talk
David
about
has it.
further.
Wait, hold on.
David does have it. So it was 11,900,000 was the initial estimate.
Okay, so I'll be working with finance and your office as well, Ms. Van Blunk, about the allocation from the general fund to the ARC payment, because we have more than adequately supplied that.
Yes, so the rest of the money that's in there is recorded as a receivable in the general fund and a payable to the general fund from the retirement fund. So on the financial statements of the county, the general fund does show the receivable as an asset from the fund, and the retirement fund shows the liability, correct?
Yes, so we, from the general fund, have a larger asset allocation there. That's what I'll be watching.
Okay. Any other business come before the board?
Have we talked about rebalancing this fund? When is that going to happen? Have we gotten a schedule from Spagnola?
Yeah, we did have, that was something else I was going to, we did certainly get some information from PFM about rebalancing. Again, a standard thing that happens, you take a look at what your targets are, where are you with those targets, and then do you rebalance accordingly based on economic factors, so.
Yes, so my understanding from our meeting with PFM was, once we, if we, and now we have approved the Mount Lucas allocation, they will take a look at funding that allocation as well as doing the rebalancing at that time.
Right, so we,
So is it safe to say that next month we would be able to kind of report back on how the rebalancing went and what we did?
So what we would do is we will receive Mount Lucas's typical investment agreement. We'll forward it to the solicitor's office for their review, and once the law department gives us their approval, board will sign the investment agreement with them. From there, we'll take it into the next step, which would be allocating the money.
Okay, great.
Although the reallocation of money, it's my understanding that we need to amend our investment policy,
right, yeah, I was going to ask if
which
we
has
have,
not been approved.
I was going to say, we have to vote on that, do we not?
We do.
Is that something that was expected to be under other matters, or was that supposed to be a separate item for next month?
Totally the board's decision, since we just received the revised policy yesterday. So
Okay.
to give everybody a chance to compare to the old policy, which I will forward to all the board members.
And,
We haven't received the initial investment policy. We
Yes,
have
I'll
not
forward
seen
it,
that.
Yes.
all right, so I think it makes sense too, since the Mount Lucas has to happen anyway with the rebalancing, it probably makes sense to actually vote on it next meeting. I think, at least to me, since we did just get the information and it seems in line with everything
I
else.
think it's
Does
a
that
good
make sense?
idea to advertise that, that we're just going to vote on a
I think we
change.
just, yep, yeah, I think we just did, yeah. Okay. All right, okay. Any other matters come before the board? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.